You actually streaming? Oh my god, is YouTube here now? Are we actually streaming on YouTube? Oh my god, we're streaming on YouTube. Awesome. Okay. Sweet. I don't know why YouTube's acting like this, honestly. It's kind of one big pile of baloney, if you ask me. Yeah, hello, Clotho. My name's Clotho v Melodium, musical prince of darkness. That's been out for like, God, 2 weeks now. 2 weeks I've been in the hospital. It's honestly been like a, I don't even know, man. I don't even know. I don't know. Time flew. That's all I knew. Time flew by. Yeah, it's been like 2 weeks or something crazy like that. How have I been recovering? You know, so I don't know if you saw the live stream announcement on Twitch, like how I announced the live stream on Twitch, you know, the notification. Hey, thanks for the head pat. I don't know why head pat's not working either. Ah, God, hold on, let me. What the heck is going on with my programs right now? The head pat's not working. Oh my God. I'm gonna oh, it's because I have to connect the account every month to VTube Studio. That's why. Hold on, let's see if the head pad works now. Let's see. Let me test it real quick. Kloayo. Hopaki. Apparently Hopaki is like is a pumpkin, you know. It's like a pumpkin. Let's see if the head pad works now. Sorry guys, I'm kind of rusty when it comes to my stuff. Is it really not working? Login and activate. Let's see. Okay, now it says it's connected. Let's see if the head pad works now. All right, let's redeem that head pad. Hey, it works. Let's go. Yeah. So I guess this is gonna be mostly an update stream. It's gonna be mostly an update stream today. So, well, basically, what happened was that you guys remember how I had like a thanks for the head pad, Eladia. You guys remember how I had like an ankle injury, like on my bad leg for like 1 week, and I couldn't do anything? Well, once I recovered from that ankle injury, and I was like, oh boy, I can't wait to get back to work so that I can get my surgery done the week after. I woke up in excruciating pain. Like whenever I would put some weight on my good ankle this time, I'd go like you know, like I'd go like that. And so what happened was that I woke up at 9:30 and I was like, you know what? If my boss will write me up for taking a family member to the hospital, my boss will write me up for having a sore ankle. Maybe if I just go to work, elevate my leg and ice it when I'm not doing anything, then I should be fine, right? I should be Gucci. Everything should go down. It did not go down. As soon as I got a request, it's like, oh hey, hey Clotho, there's a car that needs to be parked, and I'm like, okay, I'm on it. So I lowered my foot to put on my shoes, and as soon as my foot touched the ground, pain just shot up my entire leg. Like, just excruciating pain just shot up my entire leg. And I was like, oh, okay, I don't think I can do this. And even my coworker was like, yeah, you're not looking good right now. Please, please go home. Tell the manager you need to go home. Please, go to the emergency if you can. Get that shit checked. And I was like, okay. So I drove really, really slow because, you know, my good leg is my driving pedal leg. Yeah, you know, like when I press the gas pedal, I use my good leg. When I press the brakes, I use my good leg. So it was kind of dangerous to drive in that condition, to be honest. I should have probably called an ambulance, but you know, it is what it is. And I think I even I joined Trix's. Trix was in a group call with a bunch of our other friends. You know, Trix Treats. Hey, thanks for the hydrate, asbestos. But yeah, so I went into a call with Trix Treats, and no, they're not free in Snow Mexico. The last time I had to Snow Mexico. The last time I had to ride an ambulance to the hospital when I had a car accident, I had to pay $80, which isn't as bad as if you were to ride an ambulance in America, but it's still paying something, you know. It's not free. Exactly. It's cheap, but it's still not free. So what happened was that I went to the emergency room. They were like, oh, so what symptoms are you feeling right now? And I was like, well, my pain's at about an 8. It was really, really bad. The pain's really bad, but thing is, I rated it an 8 because it's not the worst pain I've ever experienced. Like, the worst pain I've experienced is much more graphic, you know? Like literally touching raw nerves kind of pain. So what happened was that I was like, yeah, I was having chills as well. So they attached an IV to my arm so that they can take blood samples, and the results came back with me having like a severely elevated level of white blood cells. So if you guys know, white blood cells are the blood cells that are responsible for attacking infections in your body. So it turns out I had an ankle infection. Like, there was fluid in my ankle. So the doctor was like, okay, in order to make sure that it's like not something that needs our immediate attention or surgery, you know, I'm gonna have to take a sample, and it should alleviate some of the pain as well when we get rid of some of the fluid. So what happened was that the doctor came in with the ultrasound machine and started scanning my ankle and was like, yep, there's definitely a pocket of fluid in there. And he had to use the ultrasound machine to kind of like guide this long needle going down my ankle so that, you know, it sticks into the freaking pocket of fluid and extracts the fluid from there. And even though he already injected it with anesthesia, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no, this is my good ankle, Roggy. This is my good ankle. It was still painful. I could still feel it. Like, I was covering my eyes. I was like, ah, ah. Like, the entire time I was like, ah, ah. I don't know what kind of noises I was making, but like, yeah, now both are bad. That's the big problem, Roggy. So now my bad ankle, yeah. I mean, the other one doesn't have a fluid sac anymore. I'm just on antibiotics to make sure it doesn't come back. But now it hurts. It hurts a lot. Cuz you know, my ankle's not happy having an infection there. Yeah, I had to go by wheelchair for the times that I had to be in that hospital, you know. Like, I had to pee in a bottle and like take the wheelchair in order to go to the bathroom. I don't know. But what happened was that they were like, yeah, we're gonna have to put you on antibiotics and we're gonna have to monitor you for the next week. So yeah, I lost another week of work because of that. And because they put me on antibiotics, the anesthesiologist was apparently like, do you have a predisposition for ankle issues due to genetics, a previous accident or illness? It's because of the accident. It's because of the accident, and because my job involves a lot of walking and standing, and because I've been working basically with only one functional leg. Yeah, work was not too happy with it, Rongi. Work was not too happy with it. So what ended up happening was that even though you know, the infectious disease doctor, the plastic surgeon, and basically everyone was saying, yeah, you could probably still proceed with your surgery. Like, none of what we did should interfere with like the whole surgery process. God damn it, Roggy. Yeah, just like in a car, if you only change one tire, one brake, the other side will be overloaded and wear out faster. That's honestly what's happening to me right now. Like, I'm feeling a lot of pain on my good ankle, and I'm starting to feel pain on my hip and my lower back. Like, it's really, really bad. Just because, you know, my posture is naturally bad from having only one functional leg whenever I walk. But yeah, so what happened was that the anesthesiologist was like, oh, he's on antibiotics. It might interfere with the anesthesia. So, you know, because I understand, because if anything with the anesthetics were to go wrong and I end up like waking up in the middle of surgery, they'll be in some real serious shit, you know? But the anesthesiologist basically said, oh, yeah, we're gonna have to delay your surgery again until we can make sure that you're done with your antibiotics, so that we can give you like the original dose. So I have to wait another month to get a new date for my surgery, which really freaking sucks, because I was kind of looking forward to just getting that shit over with, you know? Yeah. I was so looking forward to just getting everything over with, and like, you know, being on painkillers for like 2 weeks and like slowly regaining the ability to walk, and, you know, not like not have and being able to like wear regular shoes, hopefully, if they actually make the leg regular sized enough, you know. Man, does include hibernation. I see what you did there, you mother fricker. Yeah, but oh, by the way, good news. Apparently they made an announcement that you can't get banned on Twitch anymore for showing more than one chat. So officially I'm able to say that Twitch chat and YouTube chat are both being displayed on my screen, and they can't do anything. They can't ban me for it. Yay! W2 multi-streamers, but I guess 07 to the people who did get banned because you know, because of that really dumb rule. Yeah, if you guys don't know, like if you're affiliate and above, you're technically not allowed to show any other chat other than Twitch chat on your streams. That's why I had to like do like a very, very roundabout way of you know, getting you guys to see everyone who's actually talking, because a lot of my streams do involve like, you know, a connection with chat. Anyways, where was I? I kind of went on a different tangent, but like, yeah, oh yeah, the freaking ankle injury. And so when I got back to work, this really small anime streamer called Gigak made a comment on it after getting a warning from chat and his dislikes. So Twitch CEO made a difficult decision to stop that BS. Oh, really? Really? Interesting. Oh, I see, Feather. I see. So when are we turning Clotho into XLR8 from Ben 10? Hey, thanks for the head pat, Az. Bro, that would be fucking awesome. Did you guys know that like I was such a big fan of Ben 10 when I was younger? Like I remember I always, when I was like a little itty bitty Clotho, I would pretend that I had the Omnitrix and I'd be like, I'll transform into lots of different aliens. Oh my god, Accelerate's my favorite. He's like a really fast dinosaur man with a helmet. You know? Accelerate was actually my favorite out of all of Ben's aliens. He was so cool. Really Small as a Joke is one of the biggest anime. Oh yeah, I know about Giguk. I watched his stuff. I remember when he made that like ReZero parody video. That was really funny. I had one of those crappy plastic Omnitrixes and thought it was the coolest thing ever. Bro, those things were the coolest things ever. You know what I had when I was younger, guys? My 10th birthday was Ben 10 themed. It was an arcade, so I spent the entire birthday playing and went back to get food. 90% of it was gone. Oh, that sucks. But like, you guys know what I had when I was younger? I had a dual disc. It was so impractical for actually playing Yu-Gi-Oh! But I thought it was the coolest thing ever. It's one of those things that can like expand, you know? Like kind of like in the anime. And I was like, yo, this is so cool. This is the coolest thing ever, you know? Yeah. Dual disc can be the card muncher machine. Yeah, that's exactly why it's so impractical for actually playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Like if you for some reason they made it so that you can only really use it if you don't put sleeves on your cards, but that also meant that your cards got damaged so easily, because if you put sleeves on your cards, the stack becomes way too big for the dual disc. I saw a tweet out there that one of the biggest Ben 10 fanfics is where everything is the same but the Omnitrix turns Ben into female versions of the alien. What the fuck kind of rule was that again? Which rule was it again? That like if there's anything, there's a gender bend version of it? I forgot which rule that was. It was also in the 30s. Because you know how like rule 34 is like, oh, it's rule 63. Oh, okay, it wasn't even in the 30s. Okay, it's rule 63. Okay, I'm glad that you guys got me when it comes to you know, all the D-Gen stuff. I'm very proud of you guys. There's a Ben 10 Blue Archive crossover fanfiction out there as well. What the heck? Does he like transform into the different students? Does he turn into Tsurugi? Hold on, let's see. What did you put in Gaming General? It's this one, right? Let's see, Pharaoh.
God came to me in the desert.
The Hebrew God came to me and he commands.
You let his people go.
You let his people
That's
go.
all very well.
That's all very well.
But first you have to defeat me in a duel.
Oh god, is that Pharaoh?
Pharaoh.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. It's basically like, you know, Moses going like, let my people go, and then like the Pharaoh is like, that's very well, but you must defeat me in a duel. I summon Dark Magician. Ben 10, but the watch keeps turning me into different lollies. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. I don't think Sensei there is Ben, but he does have an Omnitrix. Oh, so Sensei has an Omnitrix. That would be freaky. Like, I bet you some of the different characters would be like, oh, Sensei, you could be up to some freaky alien shit. Like, bro, they'd be like imagining Koharu would look at each alien and be like, oh my god, that alien can do this. Echi nano wa dame, shike. And then like imagine lots of real freaky situations with all the aliens, you know? You know, he's slimy, freaky, fast and strong. He's every shape and size. He's Ben 10. Tom and Jerry also appeared at one point, which was odd. So it's basically just a Blue Archive / Cartoon Network crossover then. Forearm Sensei and his 2 extra legs. Aw, don't say that. You're implying that like all of the Tetramans have like fucking 2 gigantic penises. I don't wanna imagine that. I don't wanna imagine forearms as double dong. God. The Brandon fan art on Twitter has been something else. Yeah, it's really funny that there's a lot of people making fan art of Brandon as Koharu. Man, if only I was a more successful Blue Archive content creator, then more people would be drawing me smooching my wife Saori. I don't know. I don't know if I have like a Blue Archive character that's like a complete parallel to myself, but like, man, I love Saori. Anyways, that's kind of a given fact already that Saori is my bae. You know, choayo, chomai Saori, choayo. They draw you cheating on her instead. Hey. Is it a request? Oh no, Alania, you don't have to. But I always appreciate it. Hello, Belle. How you doing? Wouldn't yours be Kanoe or Eddie? Like, you guys think I would be Kanoe or Eddie? I mean, I do believe in like multiple lives and whatnot, you know? Some of your self-inserts have been in Wild Hunt, I think, but not definitive yet. Kinda true. Oh yeah, I saw the 3D Satsuki. You know, I saw the 3D Satsuki. She has like a tiny tail. I did say Kanoe once because you're both chuny and good at cooking. I mean, true. Not the chuny part, because I'm the Prince of Darkness and not a chuny, but true. Based. True and based. It's not tiny, it's an average length tail. I was making a joke. I was actually making a joke where like I said all of the length from the tail went to her boobs, you know? Cause you know how like Ibuki and Iroha have like long tails, and so does Kasumi, but for some reason Satsuki has a short tail. That means all of the length of her tail went to her boobs. I'm Kanoe with a fixation on Saori. I mean, Kanoe is tied at number 2 with Akira, so you know. If you pull on her tail, the boobs deflate and the tail gets longer. Oh no, that's really funny. That's really funny. It does like the deflating balloon sound, like. Whoa! Sex! Ora jisinga no sex ni naranda! Sex! Thank you for the resub, Tiermon, for 6 months. Thank you so much, Belle. Cute Pengu. Yay! Yippee! Also, I've been watching Azure Lane's story playthrough on YouTube, and now I have Yandere Hiyori stuck in my head. What? Hiyori's not a yandere, she's depressed, which makes it so that Brandon really likes her, because Brandon likes girls in distress. But yeah, Belle, thank you for the resub for 6 months. Thank you so much, cute Pengu. Ah, I see. That's a crazy range for her voice. But yeah, Belle, what do you call it? I think someone was watching like a documentary on penguins, and like I started going on like a little tangent. I was like, so I have this friend named Belle. You guys remember Belle? She's a cute penguin. A cute Russian penguin. It's like whenever, also a little game fanatic, also whenever someone just brings up penguin, I'm like, so speaking of penguins, I have this friend named Belle. Hey, things. Oh, the hype train started. Let's go. Ow! Thanks for the barrage feather. The Ben 10 mention made me go back and check, and Cartoon Network in the early 2000s was so peak. Yeah. Ben 10, Johnny Test. Oh yeah, with the fucking whip sound effects. Whoa! sex! 俺はセックスするんじゃない俺が俺自身が真のセックスになるんだ Sex! Thanks for the resub for 5 months in a row, 9 total. Oh my god, that's enough to give birth if you got pregnant. 9-month-old Melodite, soon I can drink mel alcohol. What's mel alcohol? Is that just grape juice? Thank you so much, Roggy. We love Belle in this household. Exactly. Let's see. Secret Saturdays. I haven't seen Secret Saturdays. Shaolin Showdown. Oh my god, I love Shaolin Showdown. I actually just recently rewatched Shaolin Showdown. It's great. Let's see. What's new, Scooby-Doo? What's a Scooby-Doo? Coming after you. Gonna solve that mystery. Yeah, told Drama Island, Code Lyoko. Oh my god. I don't know if this was Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon, but like there was also Martin Mystery, Totally Spies. Did you guys ever watch that, like Martin Mystery and Totally Spies? And if you did, was it Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon that had them? Yeah, Dexter's Lab, Ed and Nettie, freaking Cow and Chicken. Yeah, Martin Mystery was great. Wild Gang, but we'll stay for 5 minutes to start a chain. Let's go, Game Fanatic. I appreciate that you remember me like this and think of me even if we don't talk. It means a lot, especially now because I'm going through a hard time. Aww. Belle, if you ever just want to message me, just feel free to message me. Doesn't matter if you think I'm busy or if you see that I'm sick. I'll always reply when I have the time, okay, Belle? Make sure to message me, cute Pengu, okay? I care about you. You are the cute Pengu, okay? All right, Belle? I think I remember Totally Spies on Nickelodeon. Yeah, we had it so good. Yo, Megas XLR? Yo, Megas XLR. Did you guys ever like watch Megas XLR? That shit was great. Living here in Jersey, fighting villains from afar. You gotta find first gear in your giant robot car. Oh my fucking god, it was so cool. Which is really unfortunate because if you really think about it, like we'll never get a Megas XLR in this day and age, considering the standards that people have for what they consider to be offensive or problematic in modern day media. We'll never get a Megas XLR. All I know about modern Nickelodeon is that SpongeBob is going to outlive the Antis. Honestly, SpongeBob has never been the same ever since Steven Hillenburg like stopped, manning the helm for it. SpongeBob has kind of gotten on the decline, in my honest opinion. Whoa, sex! Oh my god. Sex! Oh my god, thank you for the tier 1 sub to Oladia. Oladia, Belle gave you a sub. The cute Pengu gifted you a sub. Thank you so much, Belle. Thank you. You're so generous, Belle. You're so generous. Remember they destroyed the DMV in an episode? Yeah, that was really funny. I love watching Power Rangers on Jetix. Can't believe Super Sentai is over. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so sad that Super Sentai is over now. That Gojuger finished. Now they have Gavan, which honestly, Gavan so far so good, I would say. Hold on, why did it change? Hold on, let's change back to the Trickle OST because I really like the Trickle OST. Here, let's start from the beginning. There you go. Oh my god, I love the Trickle OST. It's so comfy. I watched some strange stuff going up. Anyone remember Generator Rex or Dragon Booster? I know Generator Rex. Man, that generation of Disney was also really good. There was American Dragon Jake Long. You guys remember American Dragon Jake Long? There was also the Lilo and Stitch series where, like, you know, they're trying to get back their cousins, their Ohana, and you get to like see all the different experiments and what they do, and they find like their little homes that they you know, that kind of like go with their powers and whatnot. Man, the 90s/2000s was so peak. I think Avatar: The Last Airbender was the first time where I actually looked up the not yet on TV release episodes. Yeah! We also had Avatar: The Last Airbender. Oh my god! We were spoiled when it comes to really good freaking shows. It's possible to pay for subs with Google Wallet. I can sub to people without adding a card. Yeah, they added Google Wallet, PayPal. I usually pay through a lot of stuff with PayPal. Jackie Chan, the animated series. Oh my god, I love that one. Remember when like they used, I think it was like the tiger medallion, and then there was like an evil Jackie Chan and like a super nice Jackie Chan. Like he got split into two Jackie Chans. Inside you are two Jackie Chans. One was like a really violent, like, violent, evil Jackie Chan, and one was like really polite and super nice. It's like, oh, sorry. Yeah. And there was that like big sumo wrestler guy. I forgot who it was, but like, it does not belong in the museum. Yeah. Like, you know, like the big sumo wrestler guy that eventually became his ally. I really liked that guy. I thought he was really freaking cool. Oh yeah, one more thing. Whoosh. oh, his name was Toru. Really? Man, all these shows, man. All these shows were so good. Gotta go to the local market soon to buy some Google Store funds. Oh no, Game Fanatic. Man. Yeah, there was also hold on. There was also one where it's like I don't know what it was. I don't remember a lot about this one show, but like it's about this Chinese cat. Fuck, what was the name of that show? Hold on, it's bothering me now that I can't remember it. It was about this Chinese cat. Hold on. Chinese cat show. Oh, there we go. I searched up Chinese cat show and it's the first one that comes up. It's called Sagwa. Sagwa, the Chinese Siamese cat. I just remember it being on TV and like one of the episodes focusing on like the emperor having this like jade back scratcher or some shit like that. I don't know. That's the only thing I remember from that show is the freaking back scratcher. I don't know why that thing stuck with me. A lot of weird episodes just like stick with me when it comes to different shows, you know? Like one of the very specific okay, anyway, I'm gonna drop out now. We'll come back in around hour 30 if the app's still ongoing. If not, see you in the VOD. All right, Game Fanatic, have a good day. But yeah, another one is what do you call it? There's one specific scene for some reason I remember from Shaolin Showdown where like they're trying to prank Clay by like putting milk in his hat. And for some reason, what I remember from that is Raimundo going like, cowboy, cow milk. And I don't know why that stuck with me. I don't know. That's like one thing I remember from from Shaolin Showdown. If the Chinese cat show didn't have anything on alchemy, sects, demon sect. No, not cat sex. Sect, not segs. Demon clans or swords, and it wasn't True. Definitely didn't clock how stereotyped that show was as a kid, but boy, was it unsubtle. Yeah. But it's kind of like do you guys remember when I forgot what channel it was, but like there was like a gaming channel that did Punch Out. like the new Punch Out, and it's like, yeah, it had a lot of stereotypes, but the stereotypes was kind of what made the characters so charming, you know? Like Glass Joe being like super French. I don't know. I feel like there were a lot of shows back then that like made stereotypes like a charming thing, you know? Where it's like it's not really offensive, it's more like ahaha, look, funny. But not offensive. Or at least not offensive in the standards of what we had back then, is what I would say. You know? Omi was egregious? Yeah. But it was kind of charming how Omi's like, you know, he's like old school, very separated from the modern world kind of person. Like, remember when he had that entire ass like fixation on the video game, you know? Like the video game that he got, and then when the video game broke, he was like utterly devastated. Like, that was pretty charming. That shit was pretty charming. Though there was that one episode where like Omi kept ragging on her for being a woman or something. Remember? It's like, oh, it's because she's a girl. That one was kind of very on the nose, but kind of funny. Because in the end, you know, they kind of learned that, you know, she has her own strengths. Once she learns how to control her temper, because she was a once she learned how to control her temper. My favorite arc of Shaolin Showdown was the arc where Omi wasn't chosen to lead the group and he kept going back in time to when the others were, then even himself, but each was a bad end until Raimundo was the leader. Yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, and also there was that Bean dude, you know? Like the Bean dude before Killer Bean was a thing. And the Bean dude was like trying to what was that? What was the villain's name? That cool guy. He was feeding dragon soup to him, so it like made him evil and shit. Also random cartoon movies too. Like, I don't know the name of the show, but I vividly remember watching a movie about an island of peanut clones where people got turned into killer peanuts or something. What the heck? That's like that sounds like a scuffed version of Killer Bean. Oh yeah, Chase Young. That was the name of the guy. Yo, he was really cool. I liked him. I liked him as a character. Yeah. And there was like that alternate timeline where like Omi went back and then like he prevented Chase Young from turning evil by like swapping his soup with like bean soup, and then instead like the other the good guy master guy, I forgot his name, the bald guy. The bald master guy was the one that became evil, and he became like this scorpion dude. He just kept triggering bad ends basically by trying to alter the timeline. It was I remember that one. Yeah, was it Master Feng that he was buff back then. Holy shit, because I'm trying to remember the scene in my head and I remember the guy being buff. Was that Master Feng? Holy crap. He was buff. Yeah, that butterfly effect be wild. Oh my god. Man. Yeah, man. This basically... Oh my god, we're basically just turning this into like a freaking nostalgia stream. Man, I remember back when I was a kid, when I moved to Canada, cause like when I was a kid, right, like a lot of times I ended up watching yeah, it is the Trick All music, Asbestos. Yeah, too whimsical. Yeah. Yeah, the Trick All music is making us nostalgic. So I watched like a lot of Super Sentai back then, because what would happen is that my go back to the age of dinosaurs, step on the first flower by accident, killing it, suddenly fruits, vegetables, and peas don't exist. Oh god. Yeah, everything is like killer Venus flytrap shit, you know? what used to happen back then is that my mom would go to Indonesia, and like she would work overseas in Indonesia, and then she would come back with like a lot of different DVDs. And since she knew I really liked Super Sentai, the very first one I actually watched was Jurenja. I remember the episode as well. I think it was either the first or one of the first episodes where like there was this Sphinx guy that asks you questions, and then he turns into like a monster if you get it wrong, and then he flaps his wings and gets you stuck inside of a tree, you know? He gets you stuck inside of a tree, and then and that was like his whole thing. And I think that's when the Dino Tanker was debuted as well. I remember it. I remember being scared of the intro because of the T-Rex that like roars at you at the very beginning, you know? Jurenja, Jurenja, Eien no senshi tachi yo, Jurenja, Jurenja, Toki wo kakeru kiba wa Kyoryu Sentai, Jurenja. Like I actually saw Jurenja before I even saw Power Rangers. That's why when I saw Power Rangers for the first time, I was so confused. I was so confused when I saw Power Rangers for the first time. Speaking of Disney movie TV series, Tarzan. Oh, yeah, I remember that one. Two worlds, one family. Oh my god. Yeah, they made like different TV series for like a lot of the movies that they had, huh? Because I remember Aladdin also had a series, you know, Arabian Nights, like that was like the opening theme. Yeah, Lion King also had one. Yeah, Timon and Pumbaa. Yeah, Timon and Pumbaa. They had Timon and Pumbaa as well. I liked watching that when I was younger. Back in the day when Disney wasn't afraid to kill the bad guy in the movies. Also the what do you call it? They also had these like little segments where they would make like music videos with like songs for like the characters, you know? Like for like their different shows. Oh, and also, do you guys remember how back then Cartoon Network had these little segments where like all of the different cartoons they had would interact? Like there was this one in like a cafeteria where like you know, Sheep from Sheep in the Big City was trying to find a table, but no one wanted him to like be on their table, you know, because they thought like he was a dork or something. And then Velma was like, "Oh, you can sit on our table." And then the red guy was like, "Yeah, go sit with the freaks." And then Velma was like, "Have you looked in a mirror? If you really think about it, all of us were freaks. That's what makes this network great." And then everyone was like, "Who are you calling freak? Freak?" And then they just like started throwing food at Velma. You got anyone remember that shit? Anyone remember that stuff? All of us are freaks. That's what makes this network great. The Scooby-Doo and Johnny Bravo crossover episodes they were so funny. They were so funny. Okay, Roggy, I remember one of the scenes from that one. I remember when Johnny Bravo and Velma like had their glasses knocked off, and then Velma was looking for it, going like, "My glasses! I can't see without my glasses!" And then Johnny Bravo just goes like, "My glasses! I can't be seen without my glasses!" That's so funny! Oh my god, it was actually so funny! Oh... I still remember that little gag until today. It was that funny to me. Man, either I'm really, really easily entertained, or I'm just like... I just really like bad jokes, maybe. There's that one crossover show where Mickey Mouse was oh, that's a House of Mouse, Draki. That's House of Mouse. Oh, I like House of Mouse. Mama warned me about women like you. I was hoping she'd be right. Talk about Scooby-Doo right after saying Velma is going to give me an aneurysm. What a... Oh, God. We do not talk about that. We do not talk about that one, as... That shit is non-canon, okay? That shit is non-canon. That shit was fan fiction. That shit was self-insert fan fiction. It was horrible. Look at right up now. That was fun seeing all the different characters interact with each other. Yeah, there was even one episode, Draki, where like the villains kind of got sick of Mickey's shit or something like that. I forgot what exactly incited the incident, but then they took over the House of Mouse, and for like one episode it became the House of Villains or something like that. I remember that one. I remember that one. Yeah, I loved watching House of Mouse. There was also like a lot of different like Tom and Jerry stuff. Yeah. Like Tom and Jerry, there was Tom and Jerry Kids. Also, hello Aryan. How you doing today, Aryan? How you doing? Hades was oh, Hades is so fun. I love Hades. Hades is one of my favorite Disney villains ever. He's just so sassy. I love him. SWAT Cats? I think I remember seeing a commercial for it. I've never actually watched it, because like earlier on the problem was we didn't have cable, so we weren't able to watch like Cartoon Network stuff. Hey, thanks for the hydrate, Bell. Thank you. Hold on, let me just hydrate. Thank you. Can't talk about 90s 2000s TV without I was gonna say, so this is kind of fucked up, and I think you drew Hades for your current homework. Hell yeah, Eladia. But yeah, so this is kind of fucked up, and I guess this kind of gave some kind of karma for my later life. But like back then when we didn't have cable, we could only really watch like the local shows, you know, like the local channels, which mostly showed anime when it comes to cartoons. Like a lot of the stuff was just like playing anime, you know. So like my childhood was a lot of anime. And what do you call it? What would happen is whenever one of us would get hospitalized, we would have access to a TV with cable. And also we would steal each other's hospital food. Because we're like, oh, it's hospital food. It's food that's not cooked at our house. That means it's fancy. That means it's it's like eating at a restaurant. You know, kind of like that. You kind of like that feeling where it's like when you're a kid, it just feels a little bit more special if you're not eating in the house. So like, this was back then when they didn't have like the cool needles. When is it weird that my favorite Disney movies? Oh, I love Emperor's New Groove. You kidding me, Teo? That's bass. That's a bass choice. I love Emperor's New Groove. So like, this was back then when they didn't have like the flexible needles that go inside your veins, so you could actually like move your hand or your wrist. Like this was back then when they had just the straight needles. So what they would do is they would put the straight needle in your hand, and then they would like tape it, and then they would get like this cardboard pad and like tape your hand around that cardboard pad so it wouldn't move throughout the duration of your stay, so the needle doesn't like fuck up your vein, you know? Pull the lever, Crunk. Wrong lever. But yeah, so anyways, I went on another tangent, but we would always joke to each other going like, man, I can't wait till you go to the hospital again so that we could watch cable and eat hospital food. Because, you know, there would be air conditioning. Also, hello, Brandy. How you doing? Oh, yeah. It's all coming together. But yeah, so we would always love it when we would visit each other in the hospital, because then there would be air conditioning, there would be cable, and then we would steal each other's hospital food. Like I remember my sisters loved me when I had dengue fever, you know? Well, he got me. By all accounts, it doesn't make sense. But yeah, when I had dengue fever and I had to go several months in like in the hospital because, you know, every day they had to check my blood to make sure I wasn't dying. Like, we would watch Cartoon Network all night, you know? And back then, Cartoon Network would do this thing where, like, after a certain time, they would switch to, like, really retro, like, sepia, black and white kind of live action shows. And I just, like, at that point, turn off the TV. But it was fun because, like, that's when we really got to experience Cartoon Network in all its glory, you know? But yeah, so a lot of the early stuff that I watched was anime because we didn't have cable, and a lot of the local shows. My first isekai is Chalk Zone. I don't know Chalk Zone. I haven't seen that one. You want to know what my first isekai is? Magic Knight Rayearth, because that premiered on one of the local channels, and also it was a weird combination of stuff. Are we about to go over a huge waterfall? Uh-huh. Sharp rocks at the bottom? Most likely. Bring it on. Yeah, I guess Digimon is an isekai. They go to the digital world, you know? But my sisters loved watching Magic Knight Rayearth, you know? So Magic Knight Rayearth is weird in that it's a magical girl show, but it's also an isekai because, you know, they got pulled into like they get pulled into like the fantasy world from Tokyo Tower, I think it was. But like, yeah, it's a magical girl isekai that's also a mech anime because eventually later on in the series they get mechs. Man, Rayearth was so cool. I loved Magic Knight Rayearth. Chalk Zone is Nickelodeon, where a kid found magic chalk that could open a portal to Chalk World by drawing a circle portal on the blackboard. Oh my god. Man. I was gonna say, oh my god, Gojuger? Portals in circles? But yeah. I don't know, I don't know. In the UK, I was never able to get into Naruto, Dragon Ball, or One Piece because the same two arcs were always on repeat. Yeah. Yeah, they would always air like reruns of until there's new episodes, they would always air reruns. Heavy Gear and Action Man. What's Heavy Gear? That sounds familiar. Heavy Gear. Mecha science fiction game universe. It's a game? The animated series. Oh, this is probably what you're talking about, huh? I wonder if it's the same for kids these days, considering Netflix and streaming de-ritualize the whole process. Yeah, that's kind of what I missed, right? Like, you know how today it's like you just fucking binge shit, you know? And then you can like the thing that frustrates me, which is fast forwarding the show and ruining the pacing. Like, bro, back then I had to endure Endless 8. Okay? I had to endure Endless 8. Any Haruhi Suzumiya fans out there? Anyone here watch Haruhi Suzumiya and had to go through Endless 8 when it was airing? Gyeonkun Denwa! Gyeonkun Denwa! Gyeonkun Denwa! God damn it! Oh my god, fucking Endless 8, dude. At first I thought it was like a troll, but like, I guess I grew to appreciate it at some point in the future, you know, like when I grew up, I kind of grew to appreciate it. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know, like even when it comes to JoJo, right? Because back then, like, I would watch JoJo just every week, kind of like very ritualistic almost, you know? Like, I know, oh my god, today is JoJo day. I get to just like sit down and watch a new JoJo episode, but no, now they release it in batches in Netflix, like when it came to Stone Ocean, you know. And I was watching it with some friends, and one of them already saw it before me and was telling me about how we can skip it and said, no, I want to see everything. Exactly. Oh, I feel like that's so dumb to do to your friends. It's like, oh yeah, we can skip this scene. I don't think it's interesting because, you know, you might think the scene's not interesting, but like, I might think it's interesting. Hell, I know some people who, if they were trying to guide me through Freerun, they'd just skip a lot of the scenery shit. You know? By the way, I love Freerun. Freerun's one of my favorite anime that released recently. Yeah, Freerun is probably one of my goats of like the recent seasons. I love Freerun. But like, let me think what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I kind of miss the like I'm glad a lot of anime are still doing this. Like any anime that's not on Netflix. Oh, I know DG Sharat. Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah. But I'm glad that a lot of anime still release weekly, because then it like it lets you experience the episode and kind of like let it stew in your head and let you like have some insight on it and let you think about it and what might happen for like an entire week, right? This epic artwork scene of them walking through beautiful landscapes is boring. Let's skip. No, exactly. So yeah, like I feel the whole binge culture thing is kind of like it's good for avoiding cliffhangers, but sometimes the cliffhanger is what makes it good. Coming back from school on a Friday and watching TV was a whole thing. Yeah. Oh my god. And it's like I think the first anime that the anticipation makes the emotions from watching even brighter. Speaking of Aladia, I cannot wait to play the next chapter of the Arius chapter of the Arius volume on Friday. I am like literally fucking on the edge of my seat. I wanna know what happens next, you know? And yeah, the anticipation makes it more exciting. Makes it more exciting, you know? Because then you can come up with like different theories in your head. You can come up with like, oh my god, what's gonna happen next? And it allows you some time to think about what you saw as well. It was difficult being the eldest of four, especially when the middle siblings are sisters. Oh boy. So let me tell you, Roggy, let me tell you. In a traditional Asian family, I was the eldest brother, and I hit the double whammy, is what I'm saying. Because you know how the mentality is that, oh, you already had your time, let your younger siblings enjoy what you used to enjoy, kind of thing. I never had control of the TV. You know? I wanted to watch the Final Fantasy anime, but no, they always switched it to Slam Dunk, and I would always cry, but like eventually I ended up liking Slam Dunk. Slam Dunk's actually kind of cool. I kind of like the series now that I look back on it, but like I really wanted to watch the Final Fantasy anime, but they aired on the same time slot and I never got to watch it, besides when my cousin would get sick, which I would be like, oh, I'm only on C2 E2, and boy, I've already been hit with like flashback moments, feels, and happy feels. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm an oldest child, Aladia. I'm an Oni-chan. Maybe that's why whenever I make friends with people, they're like, yeah, you're kind of like a big brother figure, you know? Yeah, oldest child club, yeah. I think the only VTuber so far that I've seen more like an older brother was Mary. You know? Because like even when I talk to someone like Rima, I kind of talk to her as if we're like, you know, even footing on age kind of thing, you know? We just kind of shoot the shit and play video games. Nothing really sibling-like, more like gamer friends-like, you know. But I feel like whenever I do get to talk to Mary, I always feel like I'm talking to a big brother kind of thing, you know. And that's very rare for me because usually I become the Oni-chan figure, you know. Speaking of Blue Archive, I'm taking a little break because Tokyo Extreme Racer 2025 just got released for PS5 and I'll rebeat that game again. It'll take 3 days, a week's tops. Oh my god, I miss playing Tokyo Extreme Racer because honestly, it's one of those games where I can kind of just have it in the background and just kind of, you know, start driving with the flow state because it's like it's just driving around the expressway over and over and just racing people. It's actually kind of relaxing. It's kind of therapeutic. I'll only say that it's really good that we finished all the areas momos before starting V6. Lots of references to notice. I'm so excited, Draki! I'm so excited! I'm so excited! Can it be Friday already? You really need to dive in again? Oh my god, Feather, it's so peak. It's honestly so peak. Yeah, it's basically Wangan Midnight, Asbestos. It's basically Wangan Midnight. I'm more of an initial D kind of guy. Did I ever tell you guys that like back in the pandemic, you know, because we weren't allowed to go outside in the pandemic, like literally if police saw you driving outside here in Canada, they would pull you over and like give you a ticket or even arrest you if they saw you driving with no good reason, you know. Like you literally had to tell them where you were about to go if they catch you. And if they don't think that it's a good reason, they might arrest you. But like final boss is literally Devil Z. Yeah, kinda, yeah. I think she used doesn't she use like an RX-8 though? Like the final boss, doesn't she use an RX-8? But yeah, so what do you call it? So what happened was that I really got into racing sims. I was gonna say, Feather, I got into racing sims. So I bought my first VR headset, which was a Quest 1, you know, when it was still called the Oculus Quest. So what I did was that I had this whole driving rig, and I would go into Shutoko Revival Project on Assetto Corsa, and I would turn on all of the realism mods, all of the weather mods, you know, and I would just make it rain at night, and I would just drive. I'd have traffic on, and I just drive all across the expressway, and it literally is one of the most relaxing things ever, you know. Like, I wouldn't even, like, use a fancy car or anything. Like, I just go on, like, a fucking, Civic. I just use a Civic, like an EG6. I technically could drive, you know? I'd still have to, like, you know, press the clutch and, shift gears and whatnot, you know? Togi practice in shit boxes. Yeah, I just like drive the EG6, and I wouldn't even like speed up unless I kind of wanted like to get excited a little bit, but like I would just drive at a normal pace, you know, like I drive along with the traffic. And it was great because, you know, you could like look left to right, you could signal, you know, the mirrors actually worked with enough mods, you know. And it felt like a really relaxing driving experience. Yeah. Oh my god, that's gonna be fun, Asbestos. My issue right now is my setup doesn't really like support a steering wheel. Like I would love to play racing games again. I fucking love racing games. You know? I fucking love racing games. I want to do racing games again with my driving rig. Just my space doesn't let me do that right now. You know, like how I set up my studio doesn't let me do that right now. If I do manage to find a setup, I would 100% just do fucking Zatsu shit while I'm driving down the expressway. Oh my god, that's fucking crazy, Roggy. Wow. Yeah, I think I've seen some of those videos. They're really funny. Mario Kart Night? I have Sonic Racing. You guys have Sonic Racing? Have you heard of Night Runners? No, I haven't. I've heard of Screamer. Apparently Screamer's a really good like arcadey kind of game. I'm thinking of playing it. I've been hearing lots of good reviews of Screamer. But yeah, Teo, you have no idea I love driving so much. Like the only problem right now is that, you know, my health is kind of preventing me from going on those really long drives safely. I think the last time I had like a relatively long drive, the last time I had a relatively long drive, it was just 5 hours when I was driving to Toronto for the Ado concert. And I remember I was in call with a bunch of guys here, and I had to take a rest stop to just like nap for 1 hour. And I was like, yeah, just if I don't wake up, just spam soundboards until I wake up. Yeah. So I went to one of those rest stops. I got like a Starbucks thing to like wake me up later on, and then I just went to sleep. And oh my god, as soon as I got to Toronto, I went to Jollibee and I bought so much fucking Jollibee, and I just ate that throughout my stay in the hotel. I ordered the chicken bucket, I ordered spaghetti, I ordered the hamburger steak with rice. I ordered the peach mango pie, of course. I ordered the ube pie. I ordered the pineapple quencher. Oh my god, lots of good shit. I would probably already have a tuned GR Yaris. I was kind of tempted to actually get a GR Corolla, because the GR Yaris isn't available in my country. We only have the GR Corolla. But then I started hearing stories of how the GR Corolla was having a lot of problems. So I guess I'm kind of glad I stick with my Mazda 3. Cuz I have a Mazda 3 and it's still really fucking good. Like, I love my Mazda 3. I'm glad I'm already eating lunch, because if I heard that while I was hungry, yeah. Oh my god, I get food homesick. I get food homesick. Sometimes I want to like fly all the way back to the Philippines just to get food. Just to get the food that I can't get here. Or sometimes I would want to plan an entire trip to Japan just so I can eat some of the food that I miss from there. You know? Because some of the food, if you get it in Japan, it hits so much more different than it is here in North America. You know? You know what I mean? Like, I had this fried tofu. Okay. I had this fried tofu that's probably like one of the best fried tofu that I've eaten in my life. And I've been looking for the exact kind of way that they cooked it, because it was the only time when I would eat tofu and I'm like, holy crap, this is really good. You know? Like one of those moments where you like want to write to your parents about how good the food is, you know? you guys know that feeling when yeah. So okay, so let me describe to you what the texture of that fried tofu was. The flavor was amazing. I think they used some kind of like it was a very umami-ish kind of sauce. I think it might have just been tonkotsu sauce with mayo, you know, like the same thing they use for like takoyaki or something, or it might be something else, you know. But they like piled it up with like bonito flakes as well, and the texture is crispy on the outside, so kind of like, you know, like karage kind of like crispy. Like, it's a different kind of crispy, so I'm pretty sure they used potato starch for that. But the inside is the texture of fried ice cream. It's very specific, but the inside is the texture of like the ice cream that you get for fried ice cream. And the tofu was actually really flavorful, you know? Like, it's not like plain tasting tofu. It was really flavorful tasting tofu. And I bit into that and I was like, oh my god. I've been trying to replicate it at home ever since. But the one time I tried, because apparently they use silken tofu is one of the recipes I saw online. They use silken tofu, and then they cover it with like, you know, potato starch, and then they fry that. But silken tofu is so hard to work with, because just a tiny bit and it just disintegrates, you know. Are you more of an umami enjoyer? Do you prefer sweet or spicy? I used to like sweet stuff a lot, but I'm more of a savory kind of person now. You know, I like savory. Tempeh is better than tofu? Oh, I like tempeh. I like tempeh. Oh, you know what I like, Teo? You know what I like? Fried tofu, fried tempeh, and fried tilapia with sambal. So rice, sambal, and just a bunch of fried stuff. So there's like, you know, there's tofu, there's tempeh, there's fish, and it's really freaking good. Very simple and very good. And then you have like a fried egg on it or something, I don't know. Spicy is my go-to. I have a safe filled with ghost pepper powder. Oh, I love spicy. I love spicy. I still have the jar of like pepper blend of ghost pepper, scorpion pepper, and reaper pepper. It's called the GSR blend. And it's literally those three peppers mashed up and mixed with a bit of tomato and olive oil. I need to make sambal, but I have no idea what to make with it. Fried food. Feather. Fried food. Or are you talking about Teo, are you talking about like regular soy sauce or like ketchup manis? Because ketchup manis is really fucking good with fried food as well. You love olives? You eat them out of the jar? Same! Same as my family thinks I'm really fucking weird because when they're on sale, I would just buy like a jar of like Kalamata olives. I don't like the is it like the queen olives or something? I like the Kalamata olives better. But like it's just a jar of stuffed Kalamata olives. And I just like eat them out of the jar. They're so satisfying. I really like it. I really like it. I love olives. No, Teo, no! Oh God, what do you have in a jar, Teo? Oh God. Oh no. Man. Yeah, I wish like Indonesian food was more popular here in Canada. Davy Jones's heart. But yeah, Indonesian food is very underrated. Like more people should eat Indonesian food, especially if they love spicy. Cause bro, let me tell you, Indonesian spicy is very different from like your regular sense of spicy. Like Indonesians are built different when it comes to spice. Indonesians and Thai people, I would say. Indonesian food and Thai food. And I'm not talking like fucking, you know, pad Thai from Thai Express. No. I'm talking like legit Thai food. Oh my God. I had pad krapao for with like from like an authentic Thai restaurant. Oh my God, it was so freaking spicy. My face was burning. Yeah. And I do like spicy challenges, you know? Like I ate like back then was considered the spiciest bowl of ramen, like instant ramen. And I won a t-shirt for it. Did you know that an AR-15 is cheaper than a 64 gig RAM? I believe it. I'm so glad that I got my RAM cards when they were still a lot cheaper. Yeah, I'm really glad I got my RAM cards early. But yeah. Sorry. I choked on some dust that was in the air. But yeah. Man. I get so nostalgic for like a lot of stuff. Like one food I really miss, because for some reason it's just impossible to get here in Canada, is chicken intestines. Grilled chicken intestines. We have grilled pork intestines here in Canada, but for some reason there's just no grilled chicken intestines. People so bored in Arknight's Enfield, they're building 24-bit RAM. Is it the factory? I love tripe as well. Yeah, I love tripe. Whenever I make congee, you know, whenever I make congee, I always put beef tripe in it. I love tripe with my congee. Have you seen Let's Game It Out? No, I haven't seen that. No. Chicken gizzards also great. Yeah. So okay, hold on. Let's see. There's this recipe that I saw on YouTube just from this Japanese guy cooking. Hold on. Let me try to see if I can find it. Let me try to find it. Where is it? He basically makes this food, which is like, I guess it's kind of a drinking food. Oh, there we go. I found it. Let's play this video in the background while we chat, okay? And we can kind of like comment on it. All right. Let's get this video up. Wait, why is my window capture so... Where is it? Fuck! Hold on. Ah! Hold on. I don't know why this is Here we go. Let's full screen this. So I got really inspired by this video, okay? Let's just watch this while we So look at this guy. He's cooking like a lot of chicken gizzard, and that's like a lot of garlic and a lot of oil. And that looks delicious. It's like on a sizzling plate and everything. You see that? It's like chicken gizzard and cabbage. And like just the entire process of how he makes it is like so mesmerizing, you know? And I really wanted to make it at home, so I bought a bunch of cabbage and a bunch of chicken gizzard. You're a gizzard, Harry. You're a hairy gizzard. Ew. Ew. A hairy gizzard. Ew. Oh, brother. Ew. Speaking of, I had yakiniku today because, like, I managed to get enough tips to treat myself to some yakiniku, and it was really good. I had some pork belly, and I had some beef. It's like it's kind of like this restaurant with like it's Korean and Japanese mixed barbecue, you know? Like the barbecue style is more Japanese because, you know, it's like the one where you like put it over a wire and there's like there's an actual fire at the bottom. It's not like the Korean barbecue where it's like more of a hot plate kind of situation. Like it's actually like grilling on top of a fire, but they have like Korean options like samgyeopsal and like, which is pork belly, and there's kalbi as well, which is like more of the rib. And it's they have like Korean sides and Japanese sides as well, you know. But yeah. Oh my god, look at all that cabbage. Kyabutsu. That's what it says on the box. It says kyabutsu. That's cabbage, guys. That's cabbage. An hour and a half to 2 hours. So okay, so a little bit of personal experience with this one. I was gonna join like the kitchen team for the hotel that I work in. But literally what all they made me do was peel carrots for 8 hours. And I was like, oh god, if I join this team right now, until someone retires, I will be peeling carrots for the rest of my life. I don't know if I want to do that. Like, it was miserable. Because, you know, I can't just, like, put on my earbuds and, like, listen to music. Like, that's not allowed because it's, like, a sanitary risk in the kitchen. So I can't just, like, you know, lock in, put like, a podcast on and then just, like, start peeling carrots like crazy. But... like, I don't know if I want to peel carrots for the rest of my life. I did end up doing some cool stuff from time to time as well. Like, I managed to do, like, a chef's table once. Where I was making a seafood risotto, you know? I was making seafood risotto with scallops and shrimp. You know, like scallops and jumbo shrimp on it. That was really fun because then I could like put the white wine on the risotto and then like flambe it, and you know there would be like a fire on the pan, and then I could show off to the guests, you know, like I could really show off, like it's more theatrical than anything because you are also there to entertain the guests. Don't show this to the cabbage merchant from Avatar. My cabbages. No, I think he would appreciate this. I think the cabbage merchant would appreciate this video cause these cabbages are being put to good use. I think he would like this video. It's like, oh my god, look at all that cabbage. Like this was basically me during my first year working kitchen. Just chopping vegetables, peeling vegetables every day for 8 hours a day. I would have a nice chef outfit, but like I still cook the food now, just, you know, in smaller quantities and to order. You know, I still cook, just not banquet prep. Oh god, he's muscular. I mean, it kind of makes sense when you're chopping that much, you know, like your arms will get muscular. Which I guess would come back to the point I was making earlier, where like back in the pandemic, I would always I would play Initial D, you know, and since my setup had force feedback, man, my arms got real muscular. Like I had like lean muscular arms when during the pandemic because of how much I was playing Initial D and how much I was fighting the force feedback. Because I wanted really stiff force feedback, because I was like, I really want to feel this steering wheel whenever I drift the car, you know. So I would always do my time trials on Initial D and like the story mode with like strong force feedback. It was fun. It was really fun. Oh my god, toilet. I'm so glad I didn't have to clean toilets for too long. You know, like I quickly graduated from that job. You know, like washing dishes, cleaning toilets, I only had to do that for like 1.5 years. Until I got sick of my boss, because my boss was like kind of abusing his power and like playing favorites. Like literally he would have this one employee that would give him wine every Christmas, and he pretended that that I was actually hired as a full-time person, and he would give me full-time hours, but because there's a law here in Canada, I don't know if it's like the same in America, that like if you, oh my god, look how clean that toilet is, oh my god, but like what do you call it, So yeah, there's a law here in Canada. I don't know if it's the same in America, but the law basically says that once you reach a certain amount of days in a full-time schedule, by law you are required to be hired as a full-time employee. You know, like after a certain amount of days of working full-time, by law they're required to hire you now as a full-time employee because you're basically working as a full-time employee for that long. So what he would do is he would schedule me full-time until the very, very limit, like 1 or 2 days remaining for that threshold, and then he would just put me back to part-time and remove all my shifts, which I didn't get at first. But like once I needed medicine from because you get like medical benefits at work like once you're full-time. So I'm like, oh, so how do I access my my medical benefits? Here they get around it by not crossing 35 hours a week. One of the places I used to work at would give people up to like 34 point. Oh, that's scummy. But like, but yeah. So what would happen is that I'd be like, so I need some medicine, like some life-saving medicine, because I started to develop a condition at that point, and I need my medical benefits. So how do I access them? And he was like, oh, you're not full-time. And I'm like, I'm what? It's like, oh, you're actually part-time. I haven't hired you full-time. And I was like, why do I have so many hours then? And then I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, but technically you're not part-time. And apparently he did that. He did that for 1.5 years, because if I take full-time, then it would be impossible for the guy giving him wine all the time to get full-time. And he wanted to give that guy full-time because he was bribing him with wine, basically. Like, he was being really buddy-buddy with him. And by law, he's not allowed to make that guy full-time without making me full-time first, you know? Also gotta run for some meetings. We'll be back here after. Have fun. Thank you, Az. Thank you. So yeah, I kind of got really angry because, again, I had to end up paying full price for the medicine, and it was kind of expensive, you know. But I needed to take it if I wanted to, you know, stay alive. That's crazy, Draki. That's crazy. Some people are just crazy. Can't wait for the AI overlords to take over and make everything better. If any of our AI overlords are like Neuro, I happily accept our AI overlord. Yeah. Wakai. Man, this reminds me, Aladia. I was able to finally watch Toro's stream again earlier, and I kind of forgot how relaxing Toro's voice is. Like, I know my voice is like very I'm kind of hyper. Like, I'm quite energetic in my streams from most of the time, so like, you know, it's probably hard to like relax while I'm streaming, but like Toro's voice is just great. Is this the Japanese Craftsman channel? I love their restaurant episodes. Yeah, this is the Japanese Craftsman channel. I love this channel so much. Yeah, I like how it shows the story of the restaurant as well. Oh man, but yeah, look at this. It's like stir-fried chicken gizzard and cabbage. Just lots and lots of cabbage. And apparently this is like really good drinking food, which I tried, you know. Aw, thank you, Aladia. But like, I tried making this at home, and I think it's definitely not to the quality of this restaurant, but like, it was still really good. I loved eating it. Like with some beer, this goes hard, you know. So look, it's literally just gizzards, lots and lots of garlic. Maybe some ginger as well. I added ginger in mine because like I felt like the garlic was a little too overpowering. So I was like, you know, let's balance it with some ginger. And the ginger was actually really good. Covering a steakhouse in Hokkaido who are more popular for their free rice with burdock and chicken. Yeah, that's also something that I miss for like the Philippines and for Japan. Like there's a lot of restaurants where they just give you like free refills for rice. Like if you go to Coco for your curry, like they give you unlimited rice. Like they have like a rice machine that gives you like portions. You just press a button. It's great. But yeah, look at that. It looks delicious. I want one of those sizzling plates at home, but I know that you need to like hyper heat them on a fire in order to make them work, and then you just like put butter on it, and that's how it sizzles. But yeah, I love things on a sizzling plate. It just gives you so much nice presentation, and when you finally get to serve it to your guest, it stays hot, and also like the bottom of it gets like a bit crusty, you know? Like it gets this nice crust at the bottom. It's so good. It's so good. Man, for the longest time, I kind of wanted to like open my own restaurant, but I never just really have like, you know, I never just have like the managerial know-how to do something like that. Krusty Krab. Good morning, Krusty Krab. I've been introducing my wife to the wonders of Caribbean rice dishes. Oh. You mean like jambalaya, not jambalaya. Fuck. Is it jambalaya? Or is it like jollof rice? Like which one's Caribbean? Watch it be neither. Cuz I know jambalaya is Cajun, right? Ha! It is neither. Fuck. What are Caribbean rice dishes? Cause like for rice dishes, I only know like jambalaya, jollof rice. There's also there's tagine. You know, like there's rice cooked in tagine. There's like oishi. Oh man, I love that pickled radish that they have there. Oh man, I love pickled radish so much. Well, what other stuff was I thinking of? Oh yeah, also speaking of pickled radish, when I order Korean fried chicken, I always order extra pickled radish. Cause like, I just love it. Sometimes when my sister buys pickled radish to use for her kimbap, because she likes making kimbap. Sometimes I just open the jar of pickled radish and just like grab one of those like long pieces of like pickled radish and just eat it. I just eat it. Sauerkraut. I love sauerkraut. Whenever I have like a sausage on a bun, or even just like sausage on a plate, you know, with like some mash or something, I always have it with sauerkraut. I love sauerkraut. Jollof is African, but I've been doing Puerto Rican red rice and beans. I haven't found a good source of pigeon peas to do arroz con gandules. Oh, okay, so it is also like kind of like a rice and beans sort of deal. Okay, so it's kind of like I guess it's kind of like the same rice and beans that I get from like when I order Jamaican food. So like, you know, when I order jerk chicken or like oxtail or goat curry, you know. I guess it's kind of similar to that. By the way, I love oxtail. Oxtail is freaking amazing. But yeah, so that's kind of the food I wanted to show you guys. Cuz you were talking about gizzards. Are we observing cuisine from different places? No, I just wanted to show this specific dish because we were talking about gizzards earlier. Like chicken gizzards. Yeah. Which, by the way, I have had horse meat before in Japan. It's actually kind of good. I've had horse meat before. It's actually kind of good. I had it in a yakiniku place. Like I haven't had like the freaking wild stuff like horse sashimi, but like no. I've had it in a yakiniku place, and it's actually kind of good. Ah, yeah. Cause the ones in the Jamaican food restaurant, the Jamaican restaurants that I order in, they have like big beans. What's the Canadian choice for unusual meat? Yeah, like elk, moose, you know. Yeah, USA has alligator. Like I know there's like a Bass Pro Shops that has like alligator bites as one of their appetizers, you know? Yeah, I've had gator before. You know? I've had alligator before. It's pretty good. It's like okay, so it's like chicken with the texture of squid. Do you get it as well? Do you get that kind of feel as well, Feather? It's like imagine eating chicken, but like the texture is more like squiddy, you know? Yeah. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one. I'm glad my description's actually kind of accurate. Oh, I've had kangaroo before, Draki. I've had kangaroo before. When my mom went to Australia, she brought home some kangaroo. Like apparently kangaroo there's like a very common food because like kangaroo are pest animals. It's really good. I like kangaroo. Okay, so I've had snake meat, I've had frog meat, I've had fruit bat meat, I've had snail, I've had elk, I've had moose, I've had caribou, I've had wild boar, I've had bear, I've had horse. Goat meat? Yeah, I love goat meat. Yeah, goat. I mean, I'm kind of excluding like the things I see as like pretty usual meat, you know, like goat, lamb, stuff like that. I think the wildest meat I've eaten was Komodo dragon. Because back in the Philippines, Komodo dragon meat was actually kind of common. Because they're kind of like pest animals because they would always like try to get into farms and like eat their chickens, you know? So a lot of times whenever a farmer would see a Komodo dragon, you know, that's like shoot to kill kind of thing, you know? Like shoot on sight kind of animal because it's going to eat all of your chickens. So I've had Komodo dragon before and it's actually very chickeny, very similar to gator actually. Yeah, Komodo dragon's pretty similar to gator. Depends on how you cook it, Asbestos. Depends on how you cook it. It's very gamey, but I like gamey taste, you know? That's why I love lamb. You know, I like lamb and I like goat meat. I like gamey meats, you know? I like gamey. Because I think a lot of people who really don't like bear meat have usually just eaten like, you know, more, I wouldn't say like milder tasting, but like non-gamey meats like beef, chicken, you know, stuff like that. Like the wildest they've probably eaten was like lamb. But bear meat is, I feel it just depends on how you cook it. Oh yeah, I've also had isopod before. Yeah, I like gamey meat, Feather. I've had isopod. Do you guys know what an isopod is? Have you guys seen an isopod? Yeah. I've had a giant isopod before because I remember specifically when my dad would work near like in like one of the other, basically like the other side of the country back in the Philippines, he would bring back like very interesting seafood and meats, you know. Yeah, so he brought back an isopod because I remember my sister freaking out going like, oh my god, it's a giant cockroach, you know. And then we cooked it and I actually really liked it. I really liked the taste. And there's also what is this? What is it called? Deep sea spanner crab. Let me grab a picture of it. This was the other one that I think it's also called like a frog crab or something like that. This was also another thing that my sister thought was like was a giant cockroach. Let me just grab a picture of it. So I'm about to show the picture of an animal. Yeah, this is what it looks like when it's steamed. It's a crab, but it looks like this. And my sister thought it was like a cockroach. Oh yeah, we do have flying ants in the Philippines, yeah. I never wanted to eat something like that though. I never wanted to eat ant. Yeah. Man, all of this food talk is making me really hungry. Man, I kind of just wanted to update you guys on like everything that's been going on in my life, because I know I've been gone for like 2 weeks, you know? And you guys must be getting really worried. So basically, I'm just trying to stave off like an ankle infection and hoping that it doesn't mess up my other leg for good. Which I'm really terrified of, because that means I wouldn't be able to walk at all, you know? But I'm hoping for the best for sure, because yeah, I wanna keep working. I wanna, you know, I wanna keep streaming to you guys. I wanna keep hanging out and chatting with you guys, you know, like when we hang out in the server, that's always really fun. But yeah. Also, the streams that are gonna be happening later on this week. Thursday, I don't know if I'm gonna stream. I might take that opportunity to like work on stuff, take a break. Oh my god! Oh my god! How are you doing? Oh man, it's always good to see you here. How are you doing? Hi. Hope you're doing good. Is that a Clotho? 좋아요, yes. 좋아요. 오빠기 좋아요. Hold on, let me show you. Let me show you the 좋아요 in its full glory. Hold on, let me see. There we go. 좋아요, 오빠기 좋아요. I don't know. I can't be as cute as the actual voice, you know. I can't be as cute as that. Thank you. I worked on it last night. Like while I was on break at work, you know, like when it was pretty quiet at work, I drew it last night because I was like, I want my own 좋아요. 좋아요, 오빠기 좋아요. tumbakochi 좋아요. Thanks for the hydrate, Bell. But yeah, so Thursday, I think I'm gonna use tomorrow to like rest some more. Make sure that my leg is rested and elevated and iced and whatnot, just so that it doesn't keep getting sore. Friday, oh my god, Friday is gonna be a big Blue Archive stream, because it's gonna be the next chapter of the Arius volume. I'm very excited. And Saturday, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna stream Saturday. I might be streaming a bit later for Saturday, because I want to see if my leg is good enough to go back to playing Beyblade again. Because you know that is one of my few joys in life, is playing Beyblade. If I'm not feeling well though, I might stream earlier on that Saturday. But Saturday is kind of judgment day because I'm starting to feel kind of burnt out from Umamusume, from like all of the bad luck. So I kind of made a bet with some of my peeps over at Discord, that if I get 5 1-star parents again in Umamusume, I'm probably gonna quit for a bit. Just because I've been so burnt out, you know? Like I've just had horrible luck for Uma, and I've been like, I don't have that much time in the day to actually like keep playing Uma, and if my luck is gonna keep going like that, I might actually retire as a trainer for a bit, you know. So we'll see on Saturday. It could either be like a very lucky stream, or it could be my final stream as a trainer for a while. And Sunday, I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do Sunday. I guess I'm gonna see how I feel, because I also want to do a karaoke stream as well. I'm gonna record something tonight also, because I want to record something for Toro from Astraline, because it turns out she likes one of the songs by Alexandros that I really like. And I kind of want to do my own rendition of it and kind of like tag her on Twitter, you know. I like Toro. Toro's really cute. I like her. and if that's my gateway into talking with Toro more, you know, like I will gladly do it. And it's also really good because I get to keep my Japanese sharp while I'm in her chat, because I chat in Japanese while I'm in her chat, you know. Anyways, so let's see who's streaming right now. Let's see who's streaming right now so we can go and raid. Is there anyone who I'm following? Oh, Smug is streaming right now. Let's say get raided, idiot. Oh no, get raided, Bunny Fricker. There you go. Get raided, Bunny Fricker. That's what we're gonna say to Smugsuck, okay? Anyways, I'll see you guys on my next stream on Friday, where we will play some Blue Archive, okay? And I'm gonna make sure, I promise to fit at least one karaoke stream this week as well, because I know you guys like my karaoke streams too. And I am the musical Prince of Darkness. I gotta do something with music, okay? Anyways, once again, it's been Clotho v Melodium. See you next time. Clotho. Bye bye.